All right. I am here with Maury, and thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm excited to talk with you about what made you decide to join the Rebelle Mastermind, and all the things. Yes, hi Willow, we're talking.
Hi, Willow. Yeah, so I joined just about a year ago, actually, almost exactly a year ago to the day. I had been working at this corporate job that I got in March 2020 as a sales rep for a food company and like selling to restaurants and stuff. It was like a dream job when I got it, and then COVID hit and it just got really stressful, and the company just like ended up giving me a lot more responsibility than I was expecting. Like I basically was working two jobs, and I've always felt like called to do my own thing. And your content really spoke to that. And that was a lot of what pulled me in, was like, you made it feel like I could do it. And for me, that's a big deal because I don't have a lot of formal training or education. So I've always kind of had this excuse in the back of my mind, like, I don't have what it takes. I don't have the credentials to do my own thing, which is ironic because like, who has credentials for my thing? Only me.
It's so interesting. I felt that way too. I'm like, but I've got to, and that I think is why I played with so many different, like, well, what if I go back to school? Like, how many times did you think that thought too,
Oh
right?
my God, I still do all the time. What if I go back to school? I just like registered. I didn't register, but I like applied online for the local community college like a month ago. It's like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I found that I always did that in the spring and in the fall, like without fail. That was just my tendency. Spring and fall was like, I need somebody else to tell me that my work is worthy and valid. And then I realized I don't want to go in debt for $60,000 again. Like I did that once. I'm good. I think it's
I
so,
never did that, and I'm good.
which is really smart. And I know Connor, my husband, didn't do that either. And
Yeah,
I think that's the smarter way to go, is just everybody's making their own stuff up, but for some reason
yeah.
sanctify it if it's with a university.
And that's what I learned in my years working in all these different jobs. It was like, oh, like I know at least as much as these people in most situations.
Totally, at least as much, probably more.
Probably more.
Because when knowledge gets applied over time, you get wisdom.
Yes.
And that's way better than any form of book knowledge that we could pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, what it made you feel like you could do it, and you hopped in, and you're in for the second round of the mastermind. What did you love about the structure, or like tell me about the journey? Because I feel like from idea to where you are now, like holy crap, you took so much action. You've done so much, and it's been awesome to watch you go.
I am loving what you're doing with the mastermind. I think the group aspect is huge for me. I've learned so much just from being on the calls. At first, I wasn't great at taking space. I wasn't great at jumping in there and speaking up. I was often doing other things because I was working my other job still and stuff. So it was really like, especially for me, I think I'm the kind of person, I love like watching people and seeing how they do things and being like, okay, that worked and that didn't, and learning from other people's mistakes. I love doing that. I don't like learning things the hard way if I can avoid it. So for me, seeing all these other people working and getting to see both using that as inspiration and proof, and then also in two ways. Like I use it as inspiration and proof that what I'm doing is the same, and also that what I'm doing is different, and they're all different. And so it proves that what I'm doing is okay, whether it aligns with what everybody else is doing or not. So having that group is like huge for me. It really, really helps me. And just like, I love your approach to coaching. It's so individualized. I am really impressed with your ability to just like take each person's individual needs and styles and make it work for them and coach them accordingly. And then make that apply to the group also.
Thanks. I love what I get to do. And you've gotten to watch me get better and better at it over the
Yes.
last year and a half. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I've got something here and it's working for people. And that makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say to people who are considering joining the mastermind and are thinking about it, and reading the sales page a billion times and like, I don't know?
I would say that if you think it might be the right fit for you, it probably is, because like I said, Emily's really good at individualizing. So if you resonate with what she has to say and her beliefs and views, then you're going to get what you need out of the program. She will make sure of that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Is
I
there
say jump in.
jump in?
Jump in, get in here.
Yeah. I've joked lately, I'm a reluctant business coach. This isn't what I set out to do, but it ended up being the best way I could help people. Cause like I want you to make money and help people.
And you're so much more than a business coach. My entire life has been changed by the work that I've done with you. And a lot of it is what I'm doing. But I needed you to support that, to guide me, to help me see what I try to hide from myself, basically, which is that I'm fucking amazing and I can do this. And I think, like, for me, especially, you know, as I look at everything I have done so far and everything I hope to do in the course of the rest of the second run, it's like, it really has changed my whole life. And it's like given me a new way of existing and interacting with the world that is like going to last forever. I am not going to go back to being less than I am ever.
That means so much to me. Thank you. And yeah, it's been to watch you transform, like the way you interact online, the way you interact with the world. Like you've taken such serious action for everything. It's really cool to watch. You're like, fine, that didn't work that way. Let's do it this way. Here we go.
I am incorrigible. I think that's what Thomas said to me, my husband, that when the first time he said he loved me, he told me I was incorrigible.
I love that.
And I just bring that back all the time. I'm like, nope, that's a good thing. I want to be incorrigible. This is me, and you can fucking take it or leave it.
And that's really what we need in these times, is being incorrigible and resilient and rebellious as fuck.
Yep, that is absolutely what we need. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch you grow your business differently,
yes,
expansively, and like helping the people that you're here to help and support. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited. Thank you for like bringing me into this, into my power, so I can get out there and help people.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you. It's pretty rad. Thanks for saying I'm more than a business coach. I never think of myself as a business coach. I'm like, I'm just a healer helping healers. It's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. I mean, just I see it with others too. Like I know, I can tell you're doing a lot more than business coaching people. And like, that's the thing when you are a healer in business, is that your business is part of you. It is more than just a business. It's not just going to work, clocking in, clocking out. It's coming from your heart and your soul. And so you have to be able to hold that to coach healers in business.
Yeah.
You do that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's hard and beautiful when it's a soul-driven business. It's hard to put it down because there's something driving us, and it's hard not to take every loss and every win so personally. Yes. And part of us needs to take it personally, and the other part of us needs to be able to say, but I'm building a business so that I can set it down and go camping or go hang outside with my kids, and it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and in those moments where you have to take that space for yourself, it's so helpful to have your voice in the back of my head being like, this is how you want your business to be. This is what you want to be doing. And this is why you're building your business this way. So if your business can't accommodate this now when you're starting, It won't be able to later on because it's just going to grow. So you have to build it in now into the foundation of your business systems.
Totally.
And you just have like this amazing, I love your combination of like you say, like practical magic and woo woo. And like, you have just like, it's so like functional and task driven, but like from a really spiritual, heartfelt place.
I love that. I'm writing that down, like functional spirituality.
Yes.
If I can spell functional, you should see the amount of T's and N's in this word. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to build this program and business. It's pretty rad. And it's for all the
I'm
women.
so excited for what you're going to do. I love seeing you just like keep popping stuff out. Like, this is what I'm doing next. This is what I'm doing next.
The podcast is coming next. I just put up the first episode last night.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to like wait. I'm like, okay, she's going to put it up soon. I got to go listen.
Thank you. Cool. Yay. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Of course. My pleasure.